Today we'll be talking about Mienshao, the final fighting type evolution introduced in Gen 5, being the only evolution of Mienfoo who evolves at level 50. Its previous PYC dates are November 7th, 1997, August 28th, 2000, June 19th, 2003, April 9th, 2006, January 28th, 2009, November 19th, 2011, September 9th, 2014, June 30th, 2017, April 20th, 2020, and February 9th, 2023. Given that Mienshao is the second of a two-stage pure fighting evolutionary line, with no alternate evolutions as of the filming of this, it could be seen as the equivalent of Primeape, who was in a two-stage evolutionary line at the time, and/or Hariyama. I most know Mienshao from Pokemon Shuffle. As I mentioned yesterday, a lot of people mispronounced this Pokemon's name as Mienshao, and I'm unsure how the translation team got its official pronunciation. Anyway, let's get into the Bulbapedia article. Hello and welcome to the Bulbapedia section of the video. Today we'll talk about Mienshao, the martial arts Pokemon, whose number is 0620. This is what it looks like. Its type is fighting, abilities Inner Focus or Regenerator, Reckless is its inability. Gender ratio is 50-50, catch rate is 45 or 11.9%. Breeding is a group's field and human-like, catch time 25 cycles. Height is 4'7" or 1.4 meters. Weight is 78.3 pounds or 35.5 kilograms. Base experience yield 179, leveling rate is medium slow, EV yield is 2 and attack. Shape is that, footprint is that. Pokedex color is purple and base friendship is 70. Mienshao is a fighting type Pokemon introduced in Gen 5. It evolves from Mienfoo starting at level 50. Biology, Mienshao is a white, long-bodied, mustelid Pokemon with a small head and small, triangular ears. Its forehead has a purple spot adorning it as well as a yellow one on its snout. It has purple eyebrows that resemble eyelashes above its narrow maroon eyes, and it possesses a pair of long, yellow-tipped whiskers which have split ends. Its arms are almost completely covered by a large amount of fur that is tipped in purple and split at the end, resembling long sleeves. Its torso has one purple ring of fur around its midsection. It also has purple fur on the bottom section of the torso, which resembles pants, and its bottom paws are clawed. It has a long, skinny tail that, like its paw fur, is tipped purple and split at its end. Mienshao is respectful and is usually seen training with its trainer. When facing a truly challenging opponent, Mienshao will bite off the fur from its arms to make itself lighter. Its arm fur is used as a weapon in battle and acts like a battle whip. Before it attacks, it lets out a bizarre wail. It then creates combination attacks that are difficult to see and overwhelmingly unstoppable, and slowly stores up power for a finishing blow. When using its blinding speed, Mienshao can crush massive boulders into tiny pieces. A new perspective demonstrates that Mienshao can extend the fur on its arms at will and stretch it far enough to tie its opponents. Evolution, Mienshao evolved from Mienfoo, so Mienfoo, Mienshao. Game data, Pokedex entries. In Gen 5, Black, it wields the fur on its arms like a whip. Its arm attacks come with such rapidity that they cannot even be seen. White, they use the long fur on their arms as a whip to strike their opponents. Black 2 and White 2, using the long fur on its arms, like whips, it launches into combo attacks that, once started, no one can stop. In Gen 6, X is Black's entry, Y is Black 2 and White 2's entry, Omega Ruby's Black and X's entry, and Alpha Sapphire's Black 2, White 2, and Y's entry. In Gen 7, Ultra Sun, it overwhelms its opponents with continuous attacks and then slowly stores up power before delivering the finishing blow. Ultra Moon, when Mienshao lets out a bizarre wail, you're in danger. A flurry of kicks and chops too fast to see is about to be unleashed. In Gen 8 Sword, when Mienshao comes across a truly challenging opponent, it will lighten itself by biting off the fur on its arms. Shield, delivered at blinding speeds. Kicks from this Pokemon can shatter massive boulders into tiny pieces. In Gen 9, Scarlet is Ultra Moon's entry. Violet is Black 2, White 2, Y and Alpha Sapphire's entry. Mienshao in the Alola Pokedex and Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon. As you can see, this really shows off that it has paws. I didn't even know it had paws. I honestly just thought it was just the fur covered the whole arm. Mienshao in the Kitakami Pokedex. So the full evolutionary line image, you can see a Mienshao fighting a Mienfoo. You can also kind of see the paws in this image. Game locations, side game locations, and events. Stats, base stats, HP 65, attack 125, defense 60, special attack 95, special defense 60, speed 105 for a total of 510. Type effectiveness, damage normally by normal, fighting, poison, ground, ghost, steel, fire, water, grass, electric, ice, and dragon. Weak 2 flying, psychic, and fairy, all for double, immune to nothing. Resistant to rock, bug, and dark all for half. Learn step by leveling up. We'll go down to level 50. 53 bounce, 59 column mind, and 66 high jump kick. By TM we're skipping. By breeding we're skipping. Nothing by prior evolution. Side gain data. Got all this. Evolution data. Mienfoo, level 50. Mienshao. Sprites here, so a lot darker colors, of course. It seems like the eyelids seem to be a little bit different. It's also gold rather than this yellow. That's interesting. Shiny is pink, replaces the purple. And purple replaces the gold. It looks like a much lighter colors, kind of like its modern colors. And Gen 6, get the models and the much lighter colors. Pretty good adaptation, I'd say. Gen 7, not really much changes. And Gen 8, get the much better models. Homes, you get these models. Animation, Mienshao and Pokemon Journeys, the series, got all this. Pokedex entries in black and white, episode 71 in Ash's Pokedex. Mienshao, the martial arts Pokemon, and the evolved form of Mienfoo. Mienshao's arm attacks are so fast, they're almost invisible. Uses its long arm fur as a whip. In Sun and Moon, episode 66, in the Rotom Pokedex. Mienshao, the martial arts Pokemon, a fighting type. Mienshao uses the fur on its arms like whips. When it starts a series of attacks, nothing can stop it. In Journeys, episode 25, in Go's Rotom Phone. Mienshao, the martial arts Pokemon, a fighting type. Mienshao uses the fur on its arms to attack at speeds too fast for the human eye to see. Pokemon Twilight Wings, Mienshao and Pokemon Twilight Wings. In the manga, Mienshao and Pokemon Adventures. In the TCG trivia, Mienshao was designed by Megumi Mizutani. Origin. According to Ken Sugimori, Mienshao and its pre-evolution were created after the game planners requested for fighting-type Pokemon based on animals, since most pre-existing fighting-type Pokemon had been humanoid in appearance. Based on this, Mienshao was designed after an Ermin and a user of Kung Fu, perhaps specifically Shaolin Kung Fu. It also seems to draw inspiration from whip fighting. The fur on its arms also resembles the Shui Shu, or water sleeves, which are long, white, flowing sleeves used by performers of Chinese operas to express the emotions of their character. Some stereotypical representations of Chinese martial artists also depict them wearing large and loose changshans, often with the sleeves covering their hands. Name origin, Mienshao, may be a combination of Ermin and Shaolin. Kojondo may be a combination of Okojo, Ermin, and Do, teachings, path. Commonly used in the name of many East Asian martial arts such as Judo or Taekwondo. Now the languages, references, external links, let's move on. Now let's watch Mienshao's first scene in the anime. Hello and welcome to the anime portion of the video. Today we are watching episode 728, Search for the Club Ultimate. You don't really need to know the plot of this episode since this is the Who's That Pokemon.
Pokemon! It's Mienshao! Mienshao!
And that is Mienshao's first in the anime. Let's move on. Now let's see why other people love Mienshao. Now let's look at fan art. Hello and welcome to the fan art section of the video. Nobody sent in fan art, so instead we're looking at DeviantArt fan art. Those of you aren't familiar with the series, what we do is we go through these images until we find an image that doesn't contain a Mienshao. This first one is Crater by Slavko. So we've got this Lucario, Mienshao, and I assume a shiny Sylveon, even though it looks off. And I guess the trainer. I assume that Mienshao and Lucario are the evolved form of the Riolu and Mienfoo that we saw yesterday. So we can see Lucario here has made this giant crater after a battle or something, and the trainer says, "No lunch for you today." And Sylveon says, "Embarrassing." I don't know. Interesting. This is Mienshao fan art by Firewire Meyer McGuire. This nice image of Mienshao here. Very well done. This is Mienshao render by Tony Ago. I'm pretty sure this is just the Who's That Pokemon Pokemon image from the anime. This is Relentless Explorers Lullaby, Chapter 11, page 11 by Veit Kanor. So we did this one yesterday, but we can do it again. So we've got this Mienshao, who's a teacher, and one of her students, Mienfu. So Mienshao says, I applaud the confidence, Regina. Does that mean your homework is done? Your side and Anatoly's? Hehe, you bet. Behold, my creation, the magnum opus. This time, you don't get to call it a musket, Teach. This is a proper gun lance. It shifts its form and shape based on how you hold it. Whoa, says Alice, the shiny furfrou. And we also have a Marshadow, Jake the Snivy, and Anatoly the Swadloon. Anatoly took care of the installation of the catalyst slot. I took care of installing the systems inside the thing. We optimized the stuff together with the help of my dad, too. It's a reliable weapon. This is the Swadloon. There's also a Skyform Shaman. Very well done. This is Mienshao by Danny, my brother. This more simplified Mienshao image here on this background. Very well done. This is Mienshao by Lunar Scope. It's very stylized. Mienshao here. Very well done. This is 287C by Vantu Saber. It's got, I guess, sort of meeting of Pokemon here. We got a Zoroark, Lucario, 4 other Zoroark, Delphox, Blaziken, Mienshao, and Pangoro. This Zoroark is saying, alright guys, so the secret to a good main ride is trust. Both sides gotta do their part and... Interesting. This is some Spring by Slavko. So we got the Mienfoo, Lucario, and Shiny Sylveon here. So there's like Venue here for whatever reason. This one's looking around. This one's got a cone on its head for some reason. And this one is just bored sitting on the floor. Interesting. This is Mienshao for it. Commissioned by Blooming Head. Look at this fun image of a Mienshao. And it's blue for it for whatever reason. Very fun image here. Very well done. This is Mienshao by Aaron Unikitty. This is interesting, like profile image or something of it. Interesting. This is Some Guy, sketch 177, triple kiss by Some Guy, 458. So we've got this Mienshao, Absol and Flomantis here, kind of anthropomorphic. Just looking up at the moon, and the Mienshao kisses the Absol, and then also kisses the Flomantis, and then the Flomantis and Absol kiss. Interesting. This is Miyazai by Yumi Mayo, so we've got this more anthropomorphic Mienshao here. Very interesting. This is Some Guy sketch 102, Beatrice Delphox 35 by Some Guy. 458, so I got this party here. This Delphox, I guess Beatrice. And I got Chinchino, Lucario, Brazen, and Mienshao. Very interesting. This is Mienshao. It's The Challenger's Rock by Drago Spiderstein. So, says, Jiu-Jitsu and martial arts do not build character, they reveal it. I guess it's a quote by Ricardo Almeida. It's very stylized, kind of creepy looking. Mienshao hitting this rock. This is Paysanne, Guild Mistress of the Coup Guild by Monte Blanc. It's got this very stylized Mienshao here. Very Western themed. I guess named Paysanne. Very well done. This is Quick Lesson in Flying by Slavko. So we've got the Mienshao, Lucario holding a Togekiss and a Blaziken. Looks like the Lucario's getting ready to throw Togekiss for some reason. And Blaziken says, "This gonna be good." And is eating chicken nuggets for shocks the Mienshao. This is Mienshao by Marcos Vargas. This is nice image of Mienshao here. Very well done. This is Mienshao by Obedaya, number 620. this nice image of Mienshao here. Very well done. This is Relentless Explorer's Lullaby, Chapter 11, page 9 by Vate Kanor. There's another page of this. We did it yesterday, but we can do it again. So, it looks to be this Frou-Frou dropping off Alice. So, I'll go help the teachers set up the exams, okay? Okay, see you there, Grandma. And so then, she's about to go on this rock wall, which has me and Fu, more Shadow, and Jake the Snivy. Alice starts climbing, catches Jake, who's falling. Got you! Thanks, Alice! And then Alice throws Jake to the top of the wall, near the more Shadow. Yep. Hold on to the vines, Jake says. Thank you, Alice says. Jake asks, was that Yuma, the astronaut? That was Grandma. Okay. Hello, teacher. Alice and Jake present. So there's the Mienshao. There's also an Oshawott, Swadloon, Mienfu, and Skyform Shaman. Once George is here, we will begin class. Oop, there he is, teacher. And then Jake the Growlithe gets the top. Oof, I'm the last one today. This is Daroch and Mienshao by Dopang Art. So I guess this Mienshao, another character named Daroch. I don't know. Very interesting, very stylized. This is Mienshao by Nate Ty Dye Foxhole. So it looks to be just one of the official arts of Mienshao here. This is APOC 55 by Tarkron. It's an interesting image here. So we got, I guess, a funeral for this Lucario here. The Mienshao's down here. We also have Golem, Golduck, Chansey, Audino, Absol, Aggron, and Darmanitan. So it says, days after the battle was won, the princess gave her fallen knight a hero's farewell. All came to see the hero who helped save their land and honored him. Aww. This is Lugia XS by Slavko. So we got, I guess, the trainer holding up this Lugia, empty head. Because it's like so small, I guess. And then we got the Mienshao, Shiny Sylveon, and Lucario. And Shiny Sylveon says, how did he survive for so long? Interesting. This is Mienshao moves, Gen 9 by Red Demon Inferno. So Mienshao moves 1 close combat, 2 knockoff, 3 U-turn, and 4 triple axle / ice spinner. And that seems to be the end of the page results. We'll move on. Thanks to everyone who submitted fan art. I won't be streaming tonight as I simply don't have time. Tomorrow I'll be talking about Dread again. As always, this is my proper outfit. You'll see me tomorrow in my red shirt, as tomorrow is December 1st.